They say some places aren't meant to be found. Deep in the forest, where even the oldest maps seem to forget, there's something that doesn't belong. A place that shouldn't exist. And yet, he stumbled upon it. It all started on a quiet autumn afternoon. The hiker, just an ordinary man looking for peace, had wandered farther than he realized. The trail behind him disappeared into a wall of dense trees. The forest was silent, almost expectant, the air thick with the scent of damp leaves and decaying wood. Sunlight barely filtered through the canopy, casting long, twisting shadows that seemed alive. Hours passed before he saw it. A cabin, alone, unmarked on any map. Locals had never spoken of it. Its wood was weathered and gray, blending with the fog curling around its base. Smoke drifted lazily from the chimney, yet there were no footprints leading to it. The silence of the forest seemed to hush even the wind. Every instinct screamed at him to turn back. But curiosity has a way of making us brave or foolish. The door creaked open under his hand. Inside, the air was colder, heavier. Dust hung in thick clouds that seemed almost solid. Objects lined the shelves. Jars with unidentifiable substances. Photographs of people whose faces were violently scratched out, and tools that looked centuries old. Every corner of the room whispered a story, though he didn't want to listen. The floorboards groaned under his weight. Some were newer, patched strangely, as if hiding something. On the walls, crude symbols were etched deep into the wood. He didn't recognize them, but his gut told him they were warnings. The silence pressed in on him, broken only by distant creaks. Or maybe footsteps. Outside, the forest seemed to watch. Whispers floated just beyond hearing, soft and mocking. The air tasted metallic, now sharp, almost like blood. And when he tried to leave, the door wouldn't move. Time lost all meaning. Shadows stretched in impossible directions. The photographs. Some of the scratched faces looked eerily familiar. Travelers he had passed, or people from town. He couldn't tell. The cabin seemed alive, breathing, aware of him. Then he found a journal, hidden under a loose floorboard. Its pages were fragile, filled with frantic scrawlings. Travelers who vanished. Drawings of the same symbols on the walls. And a note, smeared in something dark, chilling in its simplicity. They see you. They always see you. A sudden thump upstairs froze him. Heart hammering, he climbed the narrow stairs. At the top, a single room empty, except for a chair facing the corner. And there, a shadow moved. Not human, not fully, but it watched him, curious. And then the door slammed shut behind him. Panic surged. He pushed. He yanked. He screamed, but the door wouldn't budge. A cold wind swept through, carrying whispers that were laughter and crying at the same time. And then, silence. The cabin returned to stillness, as though nothing had happened. When he finally stumbled outside, the forest looked ordinary again. The trail, the footprints, gone. And the cabin? Gone too. Just trees, fog, and that suffocating feeling of being watched. Back in town, he asked the locals. No one had ever seen it. Some frowned, dismissive, but he knew what he had experienced. The cabin was real, somewhere between reality and something far darker. And the strangest part, every night he dreams of it. Smoke curling from the chimney, shadows twisting just beyond the trees. And sometimes, in the quiet of his room, he hears it, the soft creak of a door opening, just for him. Because some places aren't meant to be found, but they always find you. And one night, he realized the cabin had followed him home.